Kyra. So here we are, now we're shifting gears. We're going to leave the world of the Septuagint, and we're going to move into some readings based on the Homeric hymn to Aphrodite. All right, and if we just look at this just right now, you're going to see lots of red words, okay, because this has Homeric language in it, okay. But if we scroll down in this, you will see that here,
I printed out the vocab.
you print out vocab, you can see that we've got some things that I've identified them as primarily Homeric things you're only going to see mostly in Homer. Okay?
Which color is that?
I think it's the purple ones. The purple ones. Yeah. These right here, okay, the ones that are in yellow, are related to words that are green. Okay. So, for example, eklanthano. Lanthano is one of the basic green words, okay, one of the core vocabulary, but eklanthano is a compounded form of saying, okay? That's what that's all about.
Is Lanthano the verb that is used to describe Hagar? What? Do we have that one yet?
It means, it's an interesting Greek word because it means I escape the notice of someone. Okay, I go unnoticed. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. All right, so we're going to be going through this, and so this will be our topic. We're going to go through. This is not the entire. We're not going to go through the entire hymn down, right? We're going to go through a fairly large chunk that concerns primarily the interaction between Anchises and Aphrodite. Right, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, so.
Like the father of the Venus?
The father of the Venus. Yeah. All right, so let's go through this, and so this is going to be for the next 4 or 5. These will be the things that we're going to be looking at. Okay. All right, so here we go. Houtos ho angelos tu Coriou ek tu uranu elthon ton tu Abraham paida essos. All right, so let's go through that. Let's go through that sentence.
Can I finish? Just tell
You can
the
ask
words
questions.
that I know?
Yeah.
We can just get this out. Okay.
Yeah.
Homogelos is the messenger, the subject.
Yeah.
So homogelos to Coriou is
Okay.
the messenger of the Lord
Yeah, very good.
from something,
Okay.
from some genitive something.
Okay, uranu. We just remember we saw that. Do we want to? We can bring it.
Is that like? Was that the reading about the sacrifice?
Yes.
That's the only one that I don't have printed out in my notebook yet.
That's right. Let's open it up.
Is that like knife or something? Or danger?
Well, think of where the angel, the angelos to Coriou would come from.
The sky.
The sky. There you go.
So it's sky.
Means yes, Uranos. 13.
So from the sky, I don't know what Elthon is either. Is that like came down? It's a
There we go. Yeah. All right. So there's some. So we can come back to this.
from
Elthon is the so remember erkomai. Okay.
so is that the past tense participle version?
Exactly. Erkomai. Then el usomai. Or ema. And then the aorist is elthon. And it's a second aorist, right? So when we make the participial form of this, it's not augmented, okay? Because it's not a finite used in a finite context. And so the stem is elf, and then we add to it our regular participial ending. Okay? So it agrees.
The messenger.
It agrees with the messenger. Okay.
Messenger of the Lord
Uh-huh.
came down
Having come down, having come from heaven,
from the sky to save,
so this is the main verb, okay?
saved
He saved
the
Tom
son
Ida.
of the child of Abraham.
God, listen.
I don't remember what this means. I know we've had it before, but it's been a while.
Okay, so, all right, so look at this ending right here, this omega signal. What does that tell us? What kind of words? It's an adverb, right? Okay, so now if we take an adverb. So what about this who? Hoot. Where have we seen that? Well, how about this? Thus, hate, tuto.
Self or self itself?
Tutu,
Is that what that means? Or is that
hate.
this?
Okay, what kind of words are these that we've seen?
They are either demonstrative pronouns.
They are demonstrative
Okay.
pronouns. Very good, very good. Okay, good job. Okay, so what we have, so in these this particular version of the demonstrative pronoun means this. Okay, right? This. Okay, so this, and we make an adverb out of it
In this one?
in this way. Perfect.
And what is?
Therefore. Therefore, it's one of these words that appears in the second position. And it's a particle that indicates a relationship of that sentence to what has come before.
Saved the child of Abraham.
Very good. Okay, now let's do the next one. Why don't you, unedgnos que para falar tom, pomenon morgan, you read the next of the following sentence.
We end up with my being with I practice this word, but it's still so hard. Exegesis thigh.
Beautiful.
Exegesis thigh.
Uh-huh.
Is that home?
Home.
Dressustimos emoi kaetain adelphe. Is that adelphe or adelphi?
Adelphe.
Emu ekthys
Elegant.
elega. So now I wish
Very good.
to tell to its full extent a story, another story to
Another story.
you all.
To you. Very good.
Is that plural or singular?
That's plural.
That troubled me. Which resistance. We've had this before as well, and I can't remember what it means.
well, elegant.
Is that
Lego.
second person?
Well, okay, not so but this is Chrysostomos is the subject, right?
Right.
He is doing something,
So it's third person.
third person.
Is that me?
Oh, this is from Lego. Lego ero egon.
Can you give me a context?
Noon, Lego mai, to anagnos mater. Hutos ho angelos, ego Lego. Hutos ho angelos.
Say the first one again.
Okay. Legemoi to onoma su. To onam, yes, very good. So,
Or say,
okay, he was saying, now look at this formative verb, yeah. So our principal parts, lego, ero, I will say, and avon, I said, right? Okay, so this is a second aorist, right? And the second aorist, in the past tense, we use these past endings, okay? Can you remember, we've got, for our present tense, let's just leg, lego, leg, what? Leg, lego, su, leg,
like,
leges, very good. Lege,
this is the one that always trips me up.
etta, very good. Legete, and legusa.
Okay.
Okay, so these are and this, putting them in parentheses suggests that there's been the vowels and things have contracted together, okay? It's not split out with the regular thematic vowel at the endings, okay? So, in the past tense, let's do a, okay? A on, a second person singular.
No.
No, okay, no, don't look it up, let's think about it. So look at this. Remember, this tends to appear in
Yeah.
the second person's, okay? And what would be the thematic vowel that connects that?
This is the past tense. Is this the case where it's an epsilon, but it usually turns
Yes.
into an eta?
Yeah, it's an epsilon. Okay. Okay, and then and here we don't have an ending, we just have the thematic vowel. Eva. Okay. Eva. Okay, so let's go on. We.
Yes. No. I can recognize it when I see it, but how would you remember?
No, it's just the same as the present.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then, is that?
Okay, those are you're thinking about the middle passive endings. So
Oh.
these are the active endings.
Okay.
Okay. It's the same as the present.
Is
And
that
and this is on. It's the same as the first person singular. Yeah, okay, that's why we're going over this, okay? Okay, so, how are we going to explain then this form? We know it's third person singular, okay, so explain to me what do you think is going on there?
What is this?
Mm-hmm.
The epsilon at the beginning is the temporal arm, and then the epsilon at the end is the personal.
Okay, that's beautiful. All right, so what tense do you think? Tis est ho chronos. What is the tense? Present or past? Past, okay. But we've got aorist, right? So this is a different kind of past. And we've talked about this before, but we're going to start seeing this more often. This is the imperfect, okay? So he was speaking, or he started to speak, okay, the imperfect. So the imperfect is take the present stem and we add to it secondary stuff.
Okay.
So we add these endings
Use the
onto the regular stem, and we have a little temporal augment there. That makes the imperfect. And the imperfect indicates action that takes place repeatedly in the past, or it can also have the idea of something that begins in the past. Okay, so elige can mean he was speaking, or he used to speak, or he typically spoke. All of those sorts of things. And he also, give me just a second. All right. Or it can also mean he started to say something. Okay? In other words, it indicates an ongoing, either at the beginning or a repeated action. Okay? All right.
So yesterday started to speak, or was speaking.
He started a story.
To me and to my sister.
To me and my sister, very good. Okay, started to tell a story to me and my sister, very good. Okay, proi, let's do this one. Ana gignos ka parakalo. Tom Hempelman of Logan. Read the next sentence.
Started with
Pro,
and then epi, filmen, apo, taste, orthias, ana, vinon, tes, ana, ta, ore, is that a horse? Nemtes, ta, proton.
very good. Very good, okay, good. Early.
I know men can mean on the one hand, on the other hand, but what is it when it's by itself?
So you think about sort of men in that binary conjunction, men, but men also, it is the first, it indicates it's the first element of that binary, and that concept of being the first can carry over into other contexts, okay? So it can be like, well, here we go, as a beginning, it has that sort of, it can have a notion of resuming a story or starting a story, okay? So just, because it is the first of that, appears in that binary construction, okay? So early, going on, okay?
Yes.
Elthaman. So here's Elthaman, right? And Apo.
From the sky.
Oh, no, this is not Uranu.
Oh, sorry, from, what was that? It was, yeah, it's, air.
Air command.
Is it
All men,
plural?
plural. So
We
came from or went away from. We went from
the house
the house.
down something.
Not down, but ana.
Oh, up something.
Uh-huh.
Is that like
Yeah, walking up. Anata ore,
up the mountain?
up the mountains.
What would the sing would be,
To oros,
which is
the mountain. It's neuter,
Okay.
Yeah. The mountains.
which
Not to which, but remember this hos plus the future participle indicates purpose, right? To-
that.
to-
To pasture.
To pasture
Pasture the birds.
the herds. Very good.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, so anagignos ka para kabaw John Logon.
Jesu
Maha.
Dakota Messe
Brie.
Hemon and Ski, Boaz, Tenes, and Bukonto, Kai, Hothrosismas,
Eva.
Ava, sorry. Who has the
Anchises.
cases.
That's Anchises. Anchises. The gamma and the key together is a nasally sound. Anchises. Because g has that. All right, let's do that much. Okay, so let's find the subject. What is the subject of the sentence? Let's find the subject and the verb.
Okay. It's not Hemon. It's not Joe or the same.
Brie, good.
Or Skill.
Right. Very good. So what's left? What's left? Boaz, right?
The name.
Well, it's not a name. It doesn't have a capital beta, right?
Oh, right.
Okay. Boaz, Tinez. They are emukonto. Emukonto. Emukonto.
The cows are lowing.
Okay, good.
Um,
Okay. So some cows.
some cows.
This is the indefiniteness. Some cows are mooing. Okay, so now let's tackle this part. Well, first of all, we can do ente skia in something. In the shape, okay. So now let's do this part. Aimon Jesu Kadzondon.
Kota is time.
Sometime
Yeah, sometime in midday.
in midday.
That's like including the speaker. It's not second person.
No,
Is it
this
first
is,
person?
well, it's a pronoun, right? We, so look at this genitive ending, right?
Us.
Of us, okay. And it goes with this over here, right? Okay, and what kind of word is this? It's a participle, right? Okay. So here we have an example of a participial construction that is fairly frequent in Greek, and it's called, and you've encountered it as a similar kind of construction in Latin, an ablative absolute. In Greek, it's a genitive absolute. And what it means is that it's a genitive absolute, consists of a participle and a noun or pronoun in the genitive case. And this noun is neither the subject or the object of the sentence. So that's why it's called absolute. In other words, it's been sort of, in a way, it's syntactically disconnected from the rest of the sentence.
Okay.
And you're going to see this a lot. So whenever you see, particularly at the beginning of a clause, a genitive case participle or a noun, you're going to be asking yourself, wow, that could be a genitive absolute. And we translate this, we understand this as a construction that indicates some sort of activity associated with what's happening in the main verb and the subject. Okay, so some cows are mooing, are lowing. Could be in the shade, or we could be in the shade, it's either of us unclear. And
Yeah.
while the cows are doing this, we are doing something, okay? So this is separate from what the cows are doing, and it indicates, so we are at midday, right? Sometime at midday, we are hesukozonton, from hesukazo. We've seen this before. Typically, we have done this, we've seen this before. Pupo toi dendroi.
Resting.
Very good. So, and we can translate this in a variety of ways. We can say, for example, while we were resting once at midday
In the shade.
in the shade, some cows were mooing. And note that this is an imperfect, okay? They were mooing. So doing a republic. It's not like they mooed once, but they were mooing, okay?
Yeah.
And Hothrasustamos Eva
Resist.
said, Who este anchises?
Where is
Where is
it?
Anchises?
And we said,
And we said,
what is it?
yeah, who is Anchises? That's kind of a weird thing. I mean, they're just sitting out there and they hear some cows and Hothrasustamos says, well, where's Anchises? What? Who's Anchises? What's that all about? Excuse me?
And I students under something.
Okay, so he said, okay, Hothrasustamos Eva, and we Evaman, okay, Kai Hothrasustamos does something that begins with a quotation mark. Answered, right. Hupokrinomai. Right. Now this is an interesting. Let's look at this. Let's look at this word. Hupokrinomai. Okay. Hupokrinomai. Now we've got, so we can look at the construction of this. So we've got a preverb hupo, right? And then we've got the personal ending, which is in the middle form, and krino, okay? Krino. So related to this krino is a word, for example, like crisis. Which is, transliterate this into English, a crisis, okay? A crisis is a decision point, okay? Right? So krino means I judge or I decide, I make a determination. Right? Now,
Oh, yeah, that was in the survey.
exactly, where you have to decide between me and the Hotheos, the God, has to decide between you and me, right? Okay, so this word hupo krinomai it's related to a dramatic context, okay? So it refers to the response that an actor or a member of the chorus would have to the chorus, okay? So from this word comes the word hupo. The person who does this is a hupokrites. So what would this be in English? A what? A hypocrite, right? What is a hypocrite?
Someone who says two conflicting things.
Yeah, a hypocrite. Typically is a person who says one thing but does something else, right? Something, okay. And this is a hypokrites, is the Greek word for actor. An actor, because an actor is a person who responds to the chorus. Okay, so hupokrinomai, I respond, and a person who responds to the chorus is a hypokrites, which has come down to us because of the pejorative sense of actors, courtesy mostly of the Romans, okay, who distrusted Greek actors. because they are all actors from their point of view. So hypocrites has come down to us meaning of having a pejorative sense of a person who just says one thing but does or thinks of something else. Okay. All right, so he responds, he answers. Har ankisen ugignosketa?
Do all not know.
Ekaisis. Kai efamen. There's another word. So let's go from the back.
Third person plural. First person plural.
First person plural. We.
Past tense.
Past tense. Good. Yeah. Fa. Fa is the stem. Okay. So actually, you've encountered this fa in Latin. Okay. So as in and it comes from the Greek word phema. Okay. Phema, and it means I say or I speak. Okay.
So it's just another word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Per se.
And we said
Nope. We didn't.
Okay. Nun de humas peri anchisus kai tu huio aineus montane.
Okay, now,
Now,
about.
okay, they. Okay, remember we saw that before in that same sentence about Sarah, right? So we've got montane and an infinitive
Is that to learn?
to learn, right?
Yes.
And this is the third person singular.
Yes.
Now it's something
It is possible? No.
Not possible, but
it is necessary.
necessary
For
for
us,
not himas,
for you
for you all
to
to
learn
learn
about
about
Anchises
Uh-huh.
and his
Yeah.
son
and his son Aeneas. Very good. Good. Palai pota in Golos.
I don't know how it is, but Pota is at some point.
At some point in
That's a pronoun.
no. This imperfect of the verb to be.
Oh, the cows.
There
There
was
was.
a bukolos,
A cowherd.
a cowherd. Okay. Palai, as in paleontology, as in paleography. Anciently, a while ago.
A while ago,
Okay.
okay. Alright.
There was
There was.
Palai pota once upon a time.
Okay,
Once upon a time, there was a bukolos
by name.
by name Anchises. And
Something.
Hamerantina.
Where was?
We've seen Tinnes, right? Tinnes Lois.
Yes.
So some Hameron.
Is that like neuter?
No, it's
Is it
It's-
singular?
feminine accusative. Hameron. We've seen this in the context of, for example, the father of Abraham and his Hamerai. Gignontai. Asai Hamerai.
Leaves. Is that what that was?
As in Kalimera, Kale Hamera, day.
Day.
So one day,
Oh, okay.
during one day, he a melesa ton boon.
So much new vocabulary.
Yeah.
He did something to the cows.
He did something for the cows, okay? All right, so we're just gonna sort of leave that for right now, okay? Figure out what that is. He was doing something with the cows. I mean, we can imagine what that might have something to do with because he's a bukolos, right? Okay. But we'll go on. Kai himes, we understood, said, dia te ton boon emelesa. Why? Why did he do something?
To the cows.
Why was he doing something to the cows?
Okay.
Okay. So what does that tell us about just the contextual clue? What does that tell us about what amelasa might mean?
Like, do you think you're
Well, but then why would we ask if he's a bukolos? You know, why was he doing something with the cows? Okay, so he's a bukolos, he's a cowherd, and one day he was doing something with the cows.
not taking care of the cows?
There we go. So he's doing something that he should because they're asking, well, why was he doing that? Okay.
Like, neglecting the cows?
There you go. Very good. And this is this is the alpha that means not something. And nelo means I am concerned about something. So he was neglectful. He was neglecting the cows. He neglected the cows. Kai Eva and Hothrasustamos Eva.
Something about Aphrodite.
Dia, so diatia, why, through what? And
Because
because
Aphrodite did something.
because of Aphrodite, Kai, glukun himeron.
He yearned for Aphrodite. to do
Yeah,
something.
and well, what's glucose?
Sugar.
Sugar, so what would glukun be? It modifies himeron. Sweet what?
Sweet love.
Sweet, yes, himeron, sweet yearning.
Yes.
Okay, so he's distracted by Aphrodite.
I can understand.
Okay, good. All right. So we've got a great start to our story there. Okay, excellent. Well done. So you can continue working through that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we can push back class on Monday, or we could do it on a Google Hangout